Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, January 9th, 2026. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me for our Q1 2026 market outlook yesterday afternoon. It was a highly successful live stream. If you missed it or want to rewatch it, the link is in the description below. So check it out here below. You'll be able to rewatch that. Give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, and also drop me some comments in that Market Outlook live stream and let me know what you think of the live stream. Let me know what you think of the content. Give me any questions you have, and let me know if you want to see more of these in the future. All right, looking at the ES here in the daily time frame right now. Bit of an ascending wedge developing here, kind of this ascending pattern here. Very compressed price action. We just got NFP report come out here, and it looks like 50K versus a 66K estimate. And right now we're just butting up toward that 7,000 level. We could continue to see some back and forth price action here today with an upward bias still, but again, as we get closer to the 7,000 edge, we're going to have to really see, do we start to see a transition phase through it into the next market structure above, or do we start to see some sort of reaction that brings us back down into the lower market structure, which is the current D-shaped profile that's developed. So that would be normally how this thing could play out, but any failure here could really open up some things to the downside. But keeping an eye on this 7,000 level as this market just continues to remain quite bullish overall. Now, looking at this market here from the NQ perspective here, this one continues to be coiled up like a spring, continues to be highly compressed, big time triangular range here, and that compression here, that right there can really open up some movement down the road to the tune of about 2,500 points at the very least. However, we have this middle portion of the range right here that could continue to see some chop until that breakout move is seen. Will we push through 26K? If so, 26 plus 2,500 points is 28.5. 28.5 is about right there. That could be a sprint to that target if we're busting through 26K in a big way. Likewise, if we reject 26K, reject the edge and turn down, the move could be down within the range. You know, we could be rejecting 26.5 and dropping back to 24K and just keeping the entire range basically in here, which is 2,500 points in and of itself. So is that 2,500 points going to materialize in the form of expansion or trading back within its own range? We will see how that plays out. Got to continue to be patient. Looking at crude oil. Big time strength out of crude oil in the previous session. Major rally, 4+% gain. Continues to hold that 56 edge. A lot of compression. The seasonality points upward. And if this market can push through 59s, it opens up 60, 65, and 63 at least this quarter. Can this market make a move? That's been the case here during the first part of the years mostly, but last year was a very muted rally. Do we get a similar approach this time? Again, got to let this thing build out. Above 59 really opens things up. Looking at gold futures, still trending up. Perhaps we have a new key range at these highs after this recent pullback here and bounce. That gives us a new key range from that high there to this pullback low in the midpoint. And we're in that range a while. We could go up, hit the high, drop back in. You know, right now this could be a digestive phase with an upward bias. Hard to say that this thing is done. And as a matter of fact, if we can bust through 45, there's a whole nother market structure above that could be available to this market down the road. All right, looking at the YM. The YM right now showing continued strength overall. It put in a pretty solid low. I'd call it a strong intraday low yesterday at the 49 level. The last time it did it back here at about 45,000, it led to a continuation to the upside. Does that happen again? Go back here to September 2nd and take a look at how price played out there. It dropped into that 45 level, hit it exactly on the button, and I thought it was putting in a pivot low here for a potential downside break, and instead it melted up. And here we are again doing a similar deal on that market structure level at 49. Do we get a similar melt up phase? 51K would be the next level up, and then you bisect that in the middle, 50K as the next near-term target. So looking very strong. 49K still the level here in the YM. Bitcoin continues to build out tremendously so. This 32-point range here has 30 to 35,000 points of energy. Which way is it going to come out? It could come out in multiple directions, a little bit up, a little bit down. But this is significant, and when you look at the historical compressions over the last couple of years, they've been big-time breakout events. Most recently, this was a compression event that is exactly the same as this, and we got that type of price action out of it. So what are we going to get coming up here ahead? So big-time compression, got to be patient in Bitcoin. And again, the same can be said for ETH here as this thing continues to build some energy. This one's looking more like 1,800 points, maybe even more than that. But 15 to 1,800 points of range could be seen ahead out of this one as well. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out here heading into the weekend. Happy Friday. Again, please visit the live stream in the description below. Take a look here at that market outlook for Q1 of 2026. Give me your thoughts, subscribe, share with a friend. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you in the room. Take care.